title is Associate to the Director of UCCF, that's Universities and Colleges Christian Fellowship. So I manage projects and events that we do nationally for Christian unions in about 200 campuses, and then I oversee the office team as well here, which is our headquarters. I also share the building with IFES, International Fellowship of Evangelical Students, which is the international umbrella that we're a part of. We had been based in Leicester, UCCF, and IFES were in North Oxford, and both of us, our leases were coming to an end. And after quite an exhaustive search, we finally found this building that had been occupied by Oxford City Council, but not much had been done to it since it opened up in 1990. So when we were successful in the purchase, we were able to work with a space planner and figure out how we wanted to use the building in terms of providing space for all our staff, but also meeting rooms for students here in Oxford and for other people to hire out. So really a multi-purpose building that we could own for generations to come and make our own. Throughout the tendering process, they were very competitive budget-wise, which obviously was very important to us as two charities working together. But they also seemed to understand the vision of what we were trying to achieve, and they seemed, out of the various companies that bid for the contract, they seemed most flexible, most cooperative. We felt like we could work with them, and that proved to be the case. There were, in any project, there are always unexpected things. You sort of plan for them, but you're not exactly sure what they're going to be. And one of the unexpecteds was that we had extended the lease in North Oxford sort of month by month, but the people who owned the building found somebody who they were ready to move in quite quickly, which meant that we needed to move into this building before the project was finished. About 6 weeks before what had been planned to be the end of the project. You can imagine people who are trying to work in the building and just get it done, and all of a sudden you have sort of 40 staff coming in. But Simon and Ken and Mark as well, they weren't deterred by that, and they were quite happy to make it work for us. I think it might be partly the type of people who NJR Coolspace like to contract out to. And they have various people come in, electricians or whoever it might be. There are people who like to relate to the clients given the opportunity, it seemed. It wasn't a stretch for them at all, from what I could tell. They were very friendly, they learned our names quite quickly. Like I said, if we would ask them for anything, it was never a problem. And yeah, it felt like it was a very human organization. They weren't just the professionals coming in to do a job. They were people who were working alongside us. I think the part of the building that is most satisfying to me is the reception. And that's the original part of the building that was built, I think, maybe in about the 18th century. And then the majority of the building was an addition in the 1990s. But the way that the City Council had used it, it was sort of it wasn't the main entrance. And we wanted to turn it back into the main entrance. We needed to reinstate a front door. And there was lots of speculation, would the original steps be there, how will it look? And it achieved far beyond what we imagined it would. I mean, no one would know that it had ever been blocked up. And it required a lot of effort, a lot of sort of careful planning and reacting to what they uncovered. And they did find the stairs, and so now it's just a fine entrance. It fits in well with the architecture of the area, and it's an impressive way to come into the building. It has had a positive effect, yes, from where both organizations had been. In terms of the buildings we are occupying, and I think even just the financial situation, to be able to purchase a building, refurbish it, and make it our own, that meets our needs for the foreseeable future. Yeah, it's been very positive. I would rate them highly. I mean, to be honest, I've never been through this sort of refurbishment before firsthand. but I have been in situations where I've seen a building being refurbished, a building that I've used regularly, and I've been really pleased with how well things have turned out. Much of it looks new, as the work that they've done has been so good, and that's again beyond what we would have imagined, and it just works for us in lots of ways. I would definitely recommend NJR Coolspace. Good people to work with, they do good work, and they were just great to have around. I think they were sad to leave. We were sorry to see them go as well, but inevitably, you finish the project and that's what happens. But I suspect in the future, if there are any things that we need to change in the building, we'll definitely go to them in the first instance, because they were so good to work with, and they know the building very well, and they know us too.